when you start dying, you don't blame me. When you start dying, don't blame me. Don't say I didn't tell you. But then why did you deploy the police? You chose to work with the police, and now you're seeing people being at their worst. You start telling them, if you start dying, don't blame me. There was a woman who was eating banana peels and her family. Surely it is a helpless. I saw Segirinya Mohammed rescuing the woman. Helpless Segirinya. I wish you had listened to experts. You needed a behavior change communication. And you deployed the army, you deployed the police, you deployed the LODUs. And now you're saying people should not blame you. You had a behavior change expert in Bobi Wine. Bobi Wine sang a song that is played across the world. That's a behavior change expert, and you ignored him. There was even nothing wrong. You look at what motivates the people, what motivates young people. If you want them to change behavior, where would you even stop them from putting on facial masks of Bobi Wine? This is a behavior change. You need something that motivates people. If young people get motivated by putting on masks from Bobi Wine, so be it. You just be government. You failed to be government and started running up behind. So I wish you just keep quiet. There is nothing wrong if people get excited putting on NRM masks. What you need is numbers. What you need is what excites people. On radio, on TV, on everything, you have Tamale Mirundi profiling your workers, profiling everything about your ministers. Tamale Mirundi calls Acheng a thief. Tamale Mirundi profiles Diana Atwine as a thief. Just yesterday, there were posh storied buildings being shown in Nigeria, and they were claiming they belong to Diana Atwine. Surely, which doctor in Uganda? Which doctor in Uganda doing what job can put up those twin towers in Nigeria? If every person you deployed for COVID-19 is profiled as a thief, the best you'd have done is to use the likes of people in opposition, because then those are the people you can hold to account. But if every person you deployed is profiled as a thief, the first thieves appeared in the Prime Minister's office over Posho. Then the next thieves appear on COVID funds, the army. The members of your own members of parliament, with such negative publicity. And you say you'll not be accountable to people dying. When people die in Uganda, President Museveni, you are responsible. Let me even go back home and put something in writing for you. You are responsible for Ugandans dying. If I were here, I would rather hide. release such a statement now that if you start dying, don't blame me. You are going to be blamed because you deployed thieves in everything. President Museveni, listen to Tamale Mirundi. You are media expert. You are media expert. Me, I listen to him religiously. He calls Acheng a thief. He calls Diana Atwin a thief. So if you are a media expert, media consultant, profiles every person you have deployed in COVID-19 as a thief. Tamale Mirundi says Diana Atwin is a thief. Tamale Mirundi says Acheng is a thief. Me, I'm quoting Tamale Mirundi because he's your media consultant. And they say you should not be blamed when we start dying. We are going to die because you didn't help us. You deployed thieves. Today I just saw a picture of a desperate woman eating banana peel with her family. And to everyone is surprised, Segirinya calls himself Mr. Updates. It's Mr. Updates rescuing this woman, not government. Brother Museveni, you have been an expert in disease, but this time this one you have bungled. You have bungled completely. You have failed in COVID-19. Whoever you deployed was declared a thief. Is called a thief. Do you listen to your media consultant, Tamale Mirundi? Guy is doing you a disservice. The man talks of how people fought over food distribution. How people maliciously put stones to compete for food distribution. The whole of last week, Tamale Mirundi was talking about the cost of the COVID test. $3 in Kenya as compared to $65 in Uganda. And it went viral. I thought you'd control the media so that what comes out is authoritative. But whatever keeps on coming out in this COVID time is a sorry story. If you start dying, don't blame me. You are blamed 100%. You are blamed 100%. Because you simply messed up the whole thing. This was not time for fighting Ugandans. You had already a lot of strength on the ground. I mean, if you have Bobi Wine followed by young people, you should have allied with Bobi Wine to fight COVID-19. Let Bobi Wine distribute masks. Young people want to put on... It's called people power. Fighting COVID-19 is a people power. You invoke people power. skeptical about this. Here you have blundered. You are going to take blame for every Ugandan who is going to die. All the 4 pillars of primary health care, you just got them wrong. You thought the army, you thought LODUs. You needed the behavior experts. Just last week, you had medical people, Bachelor of Science in Clinical Medicine, sending a petition in the parliament that ever since they trained, 5 years after training, they have never been employed, they have never been deployed. And what are you talking about? Why would you not deploy the behavior experts? You needed BCC materials. People go out, behavior change materials, and they come back, but you sent people with guns. You terrorized people. Now you are releasing destitutes. That picture, that video of that woman eating banana peels with the family is a disaster. It's a disaster. It's a killer. I mean, look at how protests are going on in USA. And you release a video and you allow a video of a woman eating banana peels with her family in Uganda. So that woman has no defense. She neither needs the police, she neither needs you. Maybe she now needs her God. Her defense is useless. A family eating banana peels in the country. I'm from work. Let me sit down, and I'm going to pen something very serious on management of COVID-19, how it just blundered in Uganda. Whereas we still have 0 death, that is something you would have. I mean, that's something to build on, but are you able to make, are you able to change course? You can get mad over Uganda anyway. I'm serious.